Hey guys, this is AuspiciousAussie and welcome back to my HSV series. Today will be the pre-season episode for my first, well, it will be my first full season in charge of HSV. Of course, previous season you did see how I took over Hamburg, and you saw a live comm. I can't remember who it was against, but I did win the second division. I did win the second division, guys, and did get promoted. And I've done quite a bit of transfer work. I've really tried to reduce the wage budget, get some decent players in for the season in the Bundisliga, and try and get some of the bigger, older earners in the squad out of the squad to try and save this club from financial devastation, really. They were really in the crap towards the end of last season, and with players earning 110k a week at 32 years old is pretty unacceptable for a second division club. But we have got promoted. We do get a decent amount of money for winning the second division, and like I said, did sell a couple of players. We'll get into my transfer straight away. We'll go to the outs first. As you can see, quite a few players were let go, mainly reserve players on free transfers. Jacopo Soa did go on a free transfer to Bologna, but that was set up before I took over the club. Robert Tesche then followed trend. He left as well. He was on about 25k a week, so he's not that good, so it was pretty decent to get rid of him, get him off the wage budget. But he did go to Duisburg, but they are still in the second division, I think. Yes, they are. Whoops. The next player to leave the club was Artyom Rudnev. He's just a striker, 26 years old. He was on 20k, sold him for 3.8 mil to Freiburg, 3.9 mil, sorry. Decent piece of business, as he's not really that good, to be honest. He's got no pace, decent heading, composure, but that's about it off the ball. He wouldn't be grabbing that many goals for me in the formation I play and whatnot. The next player was probably the club's biggest player ever, I'd say, in recent years. Of course, Raphael van der Vaart. He was previously at the club, and he came back for a second spell, but we did sell him because he was the player on the 110k wages, and of course he's 31, so it was definitely time for him to move on. We did sell him for 4.3 mil to Real Betis, and he went to their club for 22k a week. When I tried to offer him a new contract and lower his wages, he wanted 130k a week from us. But in order for him to move on, I am still paying 65k of his wages a week until the end of this season. So it's not ideal, but good to get some cash for him and get that, well, half essentially off the wage budget. The next player to leave the club was Marcel Janssen, 5.5 mil to Gladbach. He is a good player, but 28 years old. There was a bit of interest shown in him. I've got a loan, a new left back on loan, and couldn't really pass up the money. 5.5 mil was a decent price. And the last player to leave the club was Jorgen Andersen, who actually came to the club for 800,000 from up here from Malmo. He did leave on loan to Augsburg for the season. As you can see, brought him in, nice young player, low wages, pretty much could be a first team centre defender. Just decided to give him a season out on loan. Hopefully he'll develop and be ready for next season. So they were all the outs as far as the team goes this year. Let's get into the ins. Of course, I did mention Anderson. The next player to come in was a young Greek midfielder in Tialis Kortsaz. As you can see, defensive midfielder, central midfielder, but he will play defensive mid. But he, at the moment, is too young to play in the first team. He is on high wages when he signs that professional contract, but he should turn out to be a bit of a world beater. Great stats already at 16. Needs a little bit of strength, but that's pretty easy to train up. We'll get a player to tutor him, so his determination will rise. Of course, the next player to come in was Hajime Hosogai, the Japanese defensive midfielder. Nice and experienced. Brought him in for 425,000, and as you can see, perfect defensive midfielder. He will be the tutor for the Greek guy. The next player to come in was Georgios Tazovelas, another Greek player. Greek left back, like I said before, he is decent, and he'll definitely be a good backup for this season. The next player to bring in was Helge Mjurman, the Norwegian right back. As you can see, he will be back up this season. 20 years old, 3.5k a week, perfect signing. Only 800,000 out of the transfer budget, and I think that's 700,000 actually. Decent piece of business. The next player to the club was Leandro Fernandez from Dynamo Moscow, 31-year-old centre back. Decent, just brought him in for cover on loan, 26k per month. And then I brought in 3 free transfers. First one was Ben Watson, former Wigan player. Great centre midfielder, will probably start most games this season in the centre of my midfield. The next player was Lucas Spendhofen, Austrian centre-back, but can play anywhere in the midfield, central midfield that is. As you can see, great stats already. He should develop and will get a bit of game time this season. The final player, we did only have one first-team goalkeeper, and that is, of course, René Adler. And of course, we needed another one for cover, so I brought in Laurent Pionnier, French goalkeeper. Pretty much a great backup. Definitely could play first team if needed. And only on 7k a week. Pretty decent. 1-year contract as well. And that's all the transfer business we did. Of course, we have set up 2 deals. Just put a contract offer in for Marko Bakic, the Montenegrin centre midfielder, and of course Oscar Marino, another young centre back, will be coming at the start of next season. So we've got 2 good young centre backs now. As far as friendlies go, played friendly against Munsingen, 0-0 draw. We then versed Locarno away, another draw, this time 1-1, with Marksburg getting on the score sheet. We then versed FC Bayern at home, Bayern Munich of course, and as you can see we were 2-0 up through Biester, but Gomez and Bonney then replied for Bayern Munich and got a draw in that one. Then versed Racing at home, won the game 1-0 through Marksburg again. We then versed Elche, another Spanish team, and drew 2-2. Pretty poor game, couple of injuries. Berg and Calhonglu on the score sheet for us. We then beat SC Concordia 6-0. Biester getting 1, Berg getting 4, and Diekmar getting on the score sheet as well. We then beat SC Victoria 9-2 at home. As you can see, Marksburg getting 5 goals in that game. Lamzi Jin getting 2, and Biester also getting 2 in that game. We did concede 2, which was a bit worrying against a team of their quality. And of course, the pre-season German Cup first round, well, I call it the pre-season game, we managed to win 9-0, which is the club's highest ever in a competitive game. Lamzi Jin actually got the fastest ever goal in the German Cup, 16 seconds in. Biester got a hat-trick for himself. Berg got 2 and a brace. One was through a penalty though. Hanoglu, got 1 himself. Arslan got 1 as well. And Hyung Min also got on the score sheet. Of course, that leaves us with today's game against Mainz. It will be away, so it's going to be tough to start the season. But first goal, try and avoid relegation. Second goal, hopefully get mid-table somewhere, as that is the requirement for this season. Alright, well let's get into today's live com then. First game of the season in the Bundesliga. I'm back in the Bundesliga where I belong. Bloody Schalke sacking me. I don't know why that was a bit of a tongue twister to put out. As you can see, today's lineup will be Adler in goals, Majoman on the right right fullback, Mencian Rajkovic in the centre of our defence, and Aogo on the left. Defensive mid today will be Hasagai, the Japanese defensive midfielder, with Ben Watson and Juracek in our centre of midfield, with our wingers being Lamzi Jin and Beaster, and of course Berg will be up front. On the bench today we have Pioner, or Pioneer, or whatever you want to call him, Fernandez, Diekmaar, Spendelhoff, Arslan, Ilisevic, and Hyungmin. So let's do this, guys. Let's get to it. One squad number, Ben Watson. They're playing a simple 4-4-2. They do have Emery Can, decent player. But I'm looking for a decent result here today. Great. Let's do this. Let's go, guys. We are versing Mainz. Of course, I am using Riken's tactics, but I do have another backup one if I don't believe it's working good enough. This is the pointless highlight, so it should be finished in a second. There we go. Of course, I'm still getting the players to gel with the tactic, and then I'm going to move on to teamwork and trying to get them all to play together, and before I move on to anything else, such as defensive positioning and attacking movement and whatnot. I want the squad to come together first and foremost after they learn the tactic, of course. I think that's pretty important because I've got a lot of new players to try and gel together. Shoot! Watson, get him, Watson! He was a decent signing. I only found him towards the end of PreSeason, or I think it was with 3 friendlies left, and quite surprised. Fairly cheap wages as well. I think it was like 7,000 or something a week, which is quite low for a Premier League player, even if it is Wigan. Well done, well done. This will probably be a long episode today, guys. We already hit the 13-minute mark. We're only 10 minutes into the game. Shoot! Oh, that was almost a goal. They could break on the counter though, Mainz. They are one of those mid-table teams that you don't really hear much about as far as the Bundesliga goes. Corner swung in. Ooh. Watson. Juracek. Berg. Oh, get him, Berg. He's so strong and powerful. Oh. Oh, he was offside. But he will outpower a lot of people in the air. He's quite powerful. He's got decent strength in heading as well. Half time, guys. Keep it up, keep it up. Team's all pretty, they're all pretty healthy as far as conditioning. Might make a sub now and bring on Shanghun Min up front, and yeah, that'll do. Short goal kick. Emery can. Oh, they're in behind. Shiplock. Shoots. Oh, brilliant save. Brilliant save by Adler. He is a quality goalkeeper. 80th minute, or 79th, sorry. Corner swung in. It's cleared. Good tackle. Good foot in there, Rajkovic. Beaster down the left wing. Crosses it. Ooh. Watson. Oh, that was a horrible pass. Oh no. Parker. It's in behind. Shoots. Oh, brilliant save again. And that'll be a corner for Mainz. Under the pump a bit here now. 10 minutes to go. It's cleared though. And that's the end of that highlight. Beaster with the ball. Crosses. Lay off. Shoot. Goal! Petr Juracek. And that should seal the victory today, guys. We are 2-0 up. Stoppage time, 2 minutes left. Hopefully we can keep a clean sheet. That'd be nice for the first game, especially an away clean sheet. Oh, good tackle. Stuck in Majoman. And there we go, guys. Full time. It's quite an impressive 2-0 victory over a Bundesliga side. But I know we have a long season ahead of us, and it's going to be very difficult against some of the big boys like Schalke, Dortmund, Leverkusen, of course, Bayern Munich. But I'm up for the challenge. Laverick. We'll just have a look at the upcoming fixtures, guys. Of course, we have Hoffenheim, Gladbach, Bayern, 2 very difficult games there. Then Wolfsburg, Hanover, and I hope you guys should be back for the next episode and the next live com, which will be against Firth, and it will be away from home, so it'll be another tough away game. But this month we do have some decent fixtures. I mean, these 3 in a row, Gladbach, Bayern, and Wolfsburg, are all going to be extremely tough games. Be lucky to pick up maybe 1 or 2 points from that. Guys, hope you've enjoyed the episode. This was the pre-season episode to the first season of the HSV series now. Leave the video a like, guys. Also, if you can, after you like the video, add it to your favourites. So just to help the series out a bit. And of course, guys, if you haven't subscribed, hit the little subscribe button down here. Very simple, just click that and you'll subscribe to my channel. I mean, it's free, guys. I don't know why you wouldn't do it. Keep you up to date with all my Football Manager content, guys. I've been AuspiciousAussie. Bye.